You know that feeling, right? That little bit of hesitation that holds so many of us back from putting our ideas, our work, our real selves out there. Well, today we're going to dive into a really powerful framework that helps you act with real confidence and purpose. It's all about turning that fear into fuel. So let's get right into it. All right, let's start with a feeling I'm pretty sure we all know way too well. It's that moment, the hesitation, that fear that just stops us cold from sharing our ideas, our projects, or our work with the world. It feels like a huge wall, but it's one we can absolutely get over. I mean, seriously, think about it for a second. You've built something, you really believe in it, but then that little voice in your head starts whispering, what are they going to say? Who am I to even talk about this? And just like that, you're paralyzed. But what if there was a way to just move past it, to give yourself the permission you've been waiting for? Well, there is, and it all revolves around this core idea we're going to unpack today: establishing your status and your role. Now, this isn't about ego, not at all. Think of it more like a strategic tool for turning all that hesitation into confident, purposeful action. So what this does is it completely flips the script. Instead of waiting around for someone else to tap you on the shoulder and say, okay, you're officially allowed to do this now, you formalize your own work. By getting out there and publicly declaring your mission, by stating the position you're taking, you give yourself the authority to move forward. It's an incredibly powerful act of self-authorization. And let's be super clear here, this has nothing to do with being arrogant or pretending you know everything. It's about creating clarity for you and for your audience. It gives your work a legitimate space to exist in the world and lets you operate with a really defined purpose. You're basically planting a flag and saying, this is the work I'm here to do. Okay, so how do we actually do this? How do you build this status and role for yourself? Well, it really boils down to 3 practical, actionable steps. Think of it as your playbook for getting started. First up, declare your mission and be specific. Something like, I am starting a project to help people understand personal finance through simple stories. Say what you're doing and who it's for. Second, act with courage. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It's never going to come. Just start doing the work. And third, and you guys, this one is absolutely crucial, commit to consistency. Show up regularly, not just when you feel inspired. If you say you're going to show up for 1,000 days, you show up for 1,000 days. That consistency is what builds real trust and incredible momentum. Of course, let's be real. The second you step out there, you open yourself up to feedback and to criticism. This is probably the biggest fear, right? That one negative comment that makes you want to just pack it all in. So let's talk about how to face the critics head on. So check out this story. There was a veterinarian who declared his mission was to help people understand nutrition from a totally different angle. Now, as you can probably imagine, he immediately started getting questions about his credentials. People were like, wait, what does a vet know about human health? But his response? Oh, it was brilliant. He owned his role completely. He basically said, look, if any MD wants to step up and do this work, fantastic. But if nobody else has the courage to have this conversation, then the veterinarian will do it. See, he didn't shrink or apologize because he wasn't the expected expert. His declared mission gave him the standing to act. That right there is the power of status and role. So here's the game plan. You have to learn how to filter what comes your way. If the feedback is constructive, if it actually helps you improve, welcome it with open arms. Learn from it. But if it's just empty criticism, the mean-spirited, unhelpful noise, you have to learn to just let it go. It's not for you. Your job is to protect your mission and protect your energy so you can keep doing the work. And that brings us to what might just be the most important piece of this entire puzzle. See, to do this work consistently, to face down critics without getting completely burned out, you need a really strong internal foundation. Your actions can't be fueled by anger or some need to prove people wrong. They have to come from a much, much deeper and more positive place. Your work really has to be rooted in these core values. It all starts with love. Love for the subject and love for the people you're trying to help. It needs tolerance for different ways of thinking and a stable inner sense of peace that can't be shaken by all the external noise. And finally, gratitude. Just being grateful for the opportunity to do the work in the first place. This foundation is what makes you strong without being harsh. It's what lets you protect your mission without attacking other people. This is the fuel that will actually sustain you for the long haul. So I'm going to leave you with this question. Forget about permission for a minute. Forget about waiting until you feel ready. Based on this whole framework of status and role, what is the mission that you are ready to declare right here, right now?